So this is Yancey's final video log because he's going home with David next week. So I'm super excited about that, and I'll try not to cry during this video because I'm so happy for them. So I'll be okay. It's gonna work out. So on Monday we had ITT at the library at first, and normally I can't really stay that long because Yancey will see me and he'll try to keep his focus on me instead of David, and that's just not okay. So I'll normally leave. But this time I stayed a little bit, and he kept his attention on David, so that was great. And I actually got to stay the whole time. There was a moment where there's some sensitive subjects brought up with David and his family, and he started getting really upset. And Yancey was just right on it, and he was right there for him. And so that was really cool to see how he's going to be helping them in the future, coming up soon, actually. So that was great. Afterwards, we started training at Lowe's Hardware. And I actually had to work with a couple other dogs who were afraid of the carts that we have them jump on and in a down stay and push them around. Because Yancey was just on it, didn't care. He was smiling, being pushed around. And I just remember last semester, he was terrified of them. He didn't like their loud noises. He was like, why am I being pushed on this thing? I can just walk. So he did great with David, and White was there too, so he did great with that. And then on Wednesday we had our final, which we had the PAT, and he did fantastic. Greeting people, awesome. He kind of got confused because he had his 3 trainers there and David, so he's like, oh, which one am I supposed to pay attention to? So that got a little confusing for him, but he did well overall. It was just whenever we were walking with him, he'd look back and kind of around at everyone and surveying everything because he wasn't quite sure. But he did great. Definitely greeting people, he does much better in a down than a sit. I guess he's way more relaxed. Left the food alone, didn't pull while walking, did great. The next day we went to Harris Teeter to pick up a few things, and we walked with the cart because I had to get cat litter, and so that's heavy. But not even bothered by the cart at all. He actually does a lot better with the cart, not pulling. And the only issue was going down the dog food aisle. He really, really wanted to smell everything. I mean, he got treats. I let him pick those out, but he wanted to smell the dog food, and so we had to go up and down there a couple of times and telling him to leave it. He got it. I mean, it was close to dinner time, but that's no excuse. Great job overall. There are a couple, I don't know, maybe dog food, some kind of food on the ground, and he had to leave that too, so he did well with that. Tonight we went to Islands with some of my friends, and he did go after a couple of chips that were on the ground. We were outside area by the patio, and I would tell him to leave it, and he'd reposition himself away from the chips, so that was really good. And there's also this barking dog, some husky, really cute, but it was a puppy, on the other side of the patio, and it kept barking and barking at Yancey, and he just paid no mind. He was in his down position with his little frog legs out, and did awesome, not even acknowledging the dog, keeping his eye and focus on me. So overall, great week. Definitely ready to go home with David, and that's about it.